Hi, my name is Prashant. I live in Suva. I love Mirchi FM because Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Yandra Vinaka and Good Morning Fiji. In this bulletin, developing countries being left behind, says PM. Lamb meat imports at an all-time high. And Suva on sale set for Fiji Day weekend.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama says Fiji and other developing nations are forced to watch social progress over decades slip through our collective fingers. Bainimarama says this comes in the face of new and terrifying challenges. He adds that months into economically devastating lockdowns and border closures, a COVID-19 vaccine is still only guaranteed for those who can afford it. While speaking at the high-level meeting commemorating of the UN General Assembly's 75th anniversary, the Prime Minister also touched on the growing effects of climate change among the recent challenges posed by the pandemic.
5 years post-Paris, global temperature rise is still projected to rocket past the 2, 3, or even 4-degree mark. Our ocean ecosystems are acidifying, and a 6th mass extinction event is already underway. I ask anyone feeling bleak about the prospects of 2020 to imagine the world 75 years on from today, should our foresight continue to fail us.
Bainimarama says 50 years ago, Fiji recognized we had far more to gain than we could ever give this UN Assembly, adding that this also rings true for even the mightiest countries in the world. Fiji is currently importing nearly 99% of lamb meat for local consumption annually. Agriculture Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy says this can be reduced if more farmers focus on having sheep farms for commercial use. Dr. Reddy says the ministry is working to help farmers move from subsistence farming to national large-scale sheep farming, and this will only happen if farmers work closely with the ministry. Dr. Reddy says they are working on expanding the base of agriculture sector where they have initiatives to help farms venture into sheep farming.
We are importing nearly 99% of lamb meat from outside Fiji. 99% lamb meat. Now, if we just have, let's say, 500 farmers of sheep farmers, we will not be able to, no matter how much we concentrate on them, we will not be able to expand sheep production. So when I say expanding the base, we are now, instead of having 500 sheep farmers, we want to have, let's say, 2,000 sheep farmers. There's ample arable land.
The Suva City Council, in partnership with the Suva Retailers Association, will be having a Suva on sale from October 5th until Fiji Day. Suva Retailers Association President Vinay Kumar says the sale aims to create a more festive atmosphere leading up to the Fiji Day celebration and to ensure economic activity within the CBD area. Kumar says they are also planning to honour those businesses that have been in operation for over 50 years in our capital city.
We'll also be having a competition for the best display shop and also some other competition.
There are the events that will coincide with this to ensure that we all celebrate the independence.
Some kava stores are under the radar for possible drug peddling points, and this has prompted the local government ministry to engage with police. Minister Pramila Kumar says while working on improving markets and spaces for vendors, illegal issues have surfaced, and it's something municipalities are trying to eradicate. She says police have been notified and stores are under watch.
From the information that we have gathered, and the Fiji Police Force is also aware, that there are some drug peddlers. They're peddling drugs from some of these stores. I'm not saying all, some of these stores. And that needs to be controlled.
A lot has changed for the good for residents of Kalakana in Lami, 9 months after 3-year-old Tale Rekandroka went missing. FBC News visited Kalakana yesterday to look into a report lodged over the weekend of the missing 15-year-old. However, he is safe and sound at home. The elders in the area are more wary now as they do not want a repeat of incident. Children are now restricted from going swimming at a nearby waterfall or volunteer to tour visitors who hike Mount Korambamba. 66-year-old Arieta Vakasingaleka says the report made over the weekend was out of concern as they do not want another incident of missing persons. Police have also confirmed the case for Raikandroka is still open.
When Raikan Roka went missing, we had to take extra care of our children. I had 2 grandchildren and I don't let them out easily. And also we have to look out for other children in this community.
Lambasa Farm Fresh, one of the major exporters of agricultural produce in Vanua Levu, has normalized its operations after experiencing a slowdown in the business due to COVID-19. Owner Madhuwan Reddy says he had to cut hours of his employees to sustain the business and has now returned to normal. Reddy adds their supply was also affected as farmers were afraid to travel due to the pandemic. He currently employs more than 20 Fijians.
I cut off some hours, a little bit about, sometimes I give them, before, now I used to give them 8 hours, 9 hours. So that time I just give them 6 hours or 8 hours, 7 hours, like that, because depending on the festival. That's what I'm telling you. Some farmers, they don't bring vegetables. They were afraid to come to town, so still, but my workers were all in.
Up ahead, Police Blue ready to defend title, and more women interested in football refereeing.
Hi, Bula. I'm Shelai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The Police Blues are ready to tackle whatever hurdle awaits them as they begin their title defence campaign for the 44th Fiji Bitter Mara Sevens tournament. The title holders are in their second week of training, and despite the short time frame, team manager Sakiasi Morley says the team should be well prepared come Friday. While they're drawn in one of the toughest pools in the tournament, Morley says their opponents are no strangers to the team and the players are up for the challenge.
The only advantage for them is that they've been together for a while. And like I've said, we've just marched into camp 2 weeks ago. So there is one point where they'll edge us on the combination and in terms of fitness. But I surely believe that the boys know that. They've prepared themselves.
The Yamadea Sevens side will not be intimidated by the pool they have been drawn in for the 44th Fiji Bitter Mara Sevens. The Nadi-based team has been pulled alongside Barbarian Brothers, a team made of Fiji 7 squad members, defending champions Police Blue and newcomers Naviavia Gladiators. Laced with Fiji 7's rep and brothers Sivaloni Mode Nadangi, Iso Tambu and Kavikini Tambu, Yamadea will be out to start on a high this Thursday.
I think it's one of, we can say, pool of death. And I guess all we can say is that we'll see on Friday how the outcome will be, and hopefully the best team will come out firing on that day.
The Fiji Football Association hopes to have more women taking up referee courses in the country. This follows the successful futsal referees workshop organised by the Ministry of Youth and Sports and Fiji FA in Lambasa. Aquila Dama with the details.
There is not many female football referees in the country, but with more workshops like this one in Lambasa, that may just change.
And it have encouraged me to take part in this workshop to gain more knowledge on sports and to be a woman referee, and it have boosted me a lot.
For mother of two, Swastika Sagar, she wants to make a difference in the sport.
For me, it is very, very glad to be here because as a lady, we can see very less lady doing the referee in futsal.
The Fiji FA is encouraged to see more women interested in match officiating courses.
We try to also train women referees. We give them the best shot so they can control women games. And I'm quite happy to have these 20 participants here in this course, where about 6 or 8 of them were the ladies.
Varman says if taken seriously, some of these participants can even make a career out of refereeing.
What are the benefits of refereeing, not only in the local scene, in the OFC, but if they grow up to the FIFA level, they know how much they get and how they can earn the living, and how also they can build themselves character-wise, self-discipline, And not only that, they can earn money through refereeing.
This is also a good sign of having an equal playing field in the country. Aquila Dhama, FBC Sports.
Quick look at the weather map for today. It is finally Wednesday, a step closer to the weekend. Wednesday, the 23rd of September. A trough of low pressure with associated cloud and showers remains slow moving over the group. Showers and possible thunderstorms over Vanolevu, Tavayuni and nearby smaller islands, Lau and Lomaiviti group and the eastern parts and interior of the other larger islands. Elsewhere, showers especially in the afternoon or evening. And that is your FBC Morning News. Join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. Remember, in times of crisis, you need factual news that you can trust. Stop believing fake news about the COVID-19 on social media. Fight misinformation by getting only the facts about the coronavirus from verified news sources like FBC's TV, radio and digital media news. www.fbcnews.com.fj. Keeping Fijians connected with the truth.
Nava go merere te lawa, go ngai tavua, ando talita kana vararonga na Radio Fiji 1 nando Maiviti.
Radio Fiji 1 Nando Maiviti.